Buy cheap and safe NBA 2K22 MT at NBA2King.com. You can use code Excapar, that's EXCAPAR, for 5% off your entire purchase. Alright, and we're back with it. Small forwards tier list. Again, the quick little format. Again, we're still sick, so again, I apologize if my voice sounds weird or anything like that. We're still going with it. So, yeah, if you guys are excited, the like button down below, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff, you know, the YouTube stuff, do all that. It helps out the channel a bunch. And, yeah, we'll just keep going. If you guys want to check out the point guards or the shooting guards tier list, both of those are linked in the description down below, so you can check out the other two that we've posted in the previous 2 days. And, yeah, let's just hop right into it. I'm going to try to not have any coughs or sneezes in here, but again, no promises. So here's our quick little hard pass tier. I was going through this, and I realized just how many good small forwards we had, so we don't really have a whole lot down here in the hard pass tier. We have Richard Jefferson, who's down here because his jumper is probably one of the slowest things that I've ever used in my life, and he also has it on the normal timing, making it even slower, so I just don't feel like you can even use him. Antoine Walker is actually a pretty decent card. I just don't really, I don't really think anybody should be using this emerald, so I put him down there. Dramario Moon has jump shot 5 on that normal timing. I think it's a little bit slow, a little bit baited. It's just not really a jumper that I personally like to use. And maybe that's just, you know, my personal bias coming out. But yeah, I'm not a massive fan of him. Yeah, be that as it may. Chetty Osman, same thing as Dramario Moon, jump shot 5 on the normal timing. Neither of these guys have a good dribble style. They just don't really seem like cards that I'm jumping out to use, especially Chetty, just because you're getting him as like a free moments of the month card. You're trying to work up to some other guys. Otto Porter doesn't really have any defense, and usually Otto's thing is like being a good 3-and-D guy, but this card just is 3-point and not even really too amazing at that. So it's a little interesting, but he's still not horrible. Keith Van Hoord, pretty nice card. He's got jump shot 4 now instead of the set shot 4, which definitely made him better. He is a 6'10", you know, small forward, but I don't know, it doesn't really do anything else. His defense is absolutely terrible. It's completely lackluster. Not really a card that you should be too excited to use, to be honest. I mean, most of these guys in the hard pass tier, you could not use them and completely forget that they were even in the game, which is kind of how I recommend you go about them personally. So, yeah, there's that. Starting off the still decent tier, we got our man Paige Deacovich. Now, Paige, again, did get his jumper changed from set shot 4 to jump shot 4. It is pretty nice, but he's got that slasher dribble style. And the thing about Paige's still is that he just feels really clunky. He just feels like a card that, I don't know, just isn't that amazing, you know? That's just, I don't know, it's my thing. Whenever I've used Paige, he just hasn't really felt like any better than other cards. Jerome Kersey has jump shot 7. We talked about with Dan Marley, just a really slow jumper. I just don't really think Kersey's all that amazing. If he had his jumper on quick, maybe even very quick, it'd be kind of crazy. I think Kersey could actually be a pretty fun card, but as he is now, fundamental dribble style, jump shot 7 on the normal timing. Yeah, not really a card that you should be jumping out of your socks to use. Juan Tuscano Anderson's actually a pretty decent card for a Ruby. He's got, I think it's jump shot 21 on the quick timing, and he's got the quick dribble style, which is pretty nice. I just don't really think Juan is like that crazy in game. Like, his stats say that he should be really good, but I haven't really experienced it myself. So maybe that's just me doing some crazy stuff, but he still is an okay card. Toni Kukoc, pretty good stats-wise card, has the Brook Lopez base on the normal timing. But what just ended up happening with a lot of these guys that are in the still decent tier is there were so many good cards in the pretty damn solid that I just had to move them down here and it's still decent. So that's what ended up happening with Kukoc. Jonathan Kuminga, really, really good defensive card. Like, seriously, a really good defensive card, especially for a Ruby. The Giannis jumper on the normal timing is pretty good, but I wish it was on quick, and he also has a pretty bad dribble style, so you're kind of just picking him up because he's a catch-and-shoot cone kind of guy that's going to slash, and he can play really good defense. For a Ruby, he's super solid, but the grand scheme of small forwards, I don't know. He's a great limited card, though. Next is Dominique Wilkins, and Dominique is interesting. They gave him a pretty bad dribble style, and they gave him his jumper on the normal timing again. I think he's cool because he can play the shooting guard position. Obviously, he's a great slasher. He can play defense pretty well, and his jumper's okay, but I just don't think that Dominique should be up there, especially for the amount of time that it took to get him. If I'm grinding for a card, I want to be a little bit better than that. Anthony Edwards is up next. I think some people may think this is blasphemous. I do think that Anthony Edwards is a pretty good card, pretty fun card, but he's nothing, you know, crazy. He's not next level. Anthony Edwards is just a good, you know, card. Jump shot 80, normal timing, normal dribble style. It's just, yeah, he's just good. Sadiq Bey, jump shot 31, really good defender. Obviously with Sadiq Bey, this is a card I really like, so it kind of hurts me to put him this low. Again, there were so many good cards that we had in pretty damn solid, Baby Demon and Demon. I just really couldn't, I guess, warrant keeping Sadiq all the way up with some of those other guys. So that's really the only reason that he's down here, because I'm still a huge fan of this card and a fan of him in real life. Next up is Shawn, Elliott, and Danny Granger. I put both these guys down just because they're virtually the same card. Both of them have jump shot 29 on that normal timing, which is, again, is pretty slow, but it's still a jumper that I know some people kind of like, but they also have the fundamental dribble style. I just don't think as small forwards are really all that crazy. Shawn Elliott can play the 2, so he does get some bonus points for that, I guess. But, yeah, again, just nothing, jump out of your socks for, but they're good small forwards if you want to. I just don't think Danny Granger was worth those 12 wins even when he first came out. Sorry about that. Next up are Luke Woolton, who I think has jump shot 12 on the quick timing and has, I think, the shifty dribble style, which makes him super fun. I think this Luke Woolton was probably one of the best cards that I used when going through that Bracket Buster Spotlight, and it was a really fun card to go out there and have some fun with. He had some good defense, he had some good slashing, his shooting was nice, he felt smooth, he felt consistent. Like, Luke Woolton, great for an Amethyst. LeBron James has the LeBron James jumper, obviously on the normal timing. And LeBron is just like that jack of all trades card, but his dribble style is kind of trash. So LeBron, while being a really nice card that can do everything, I just don't think is next level, obviously. Gerald Green, nice jump shot, 70 on the quick timing, has the quick dribble style. Gerald Green's just good all around, but again, just doesn't really feel next level. Corey Kissbert is basically Ray Allen, like the dark matter Ray Allen, if you just took away the quicker shift, whatever he's got, and gave him fundamental. That's what Corey Kissbert is, a pure cone that is money from 3. Brandon Ingram has jump shot 75 on the quick timing, that has that slash and dribble style, but he still is a super nice and tall, small forward that can basically score from anywhere, which is a really good card. Just not really the cheesiest when it comes to, dribbling and stuff like that, which a lot of people do care about, so, that can mean something to some people. Mike Miller has jump shot 22 and has the quick dribble style. Jump shot 22 on this Mike Miller felt a little bit slow, and even though he has the quick dribble style, he does sometimes feel a bit clunky, but Mike Miller still is a really good and really fun card. Just for a nice little budget diamond to play the 2 at 6'8", pretty nice. Carmilla Anthony has the Carmelo jumper on the normal timing, has the slasher dribble style, and honestly, if this Carmelo has his jumper on quick, I would move him into Baby Demon, but because he has it on normal and everybody's getting faster jumpers, I just couldn't really warrant putting Melo higher, but still is one of my favorite cards to use. I love Carmelo this year. It's probably because I'm a Syracuse fan, but he still is really good. Next up, Andre Gondala. He has some of the best defense he'll use on a card, like super nice, super fun defense, which is obviously going to be good. I think that his jumper is actually pretty good this year, especially on the quick timing. Like, he actually feels super smooth. Probably one of the best Iggy's we've had in a while, but doesn't really jump out to you as being like next level because he can't really dribble or do anything like that. He's more of just like a cone that plays defense. Next up, Paul Pierce. Who just sadly has a jumper in the normal timing. I wish that he did it. Like, if Paul Pierce had his jumper just a little bit faster, I feel like he could be so much better. But for some reason he doesn't. I don't know. It's just weird. He does have the quick dribble style as well, which is really nice for him. It's just, yeah, I feel like they gave this Opal Paul Pierce just such a big, middle finger by not giving his jumper on quick timing because it could have been so nice. Then last but not least is Grant Hill. I know some people don't absolutely love Jump Shot 1. I personally don't think it's as bad as some people have been saying. It's actually not bad. And his defense is good. His slashing is great. I think all around, as middle of the pack as a card can be, that is this Grant Hill. He's just straight up, right down the middle, a solid damn card. And then we can start off the Baby Demon, where we start off with Tracy Mcgrady, everybody's favorite, Trey Burke base card. Now, he does have the slasher dribble style, and he's got that jumper on the normal timing, which I think is, like, super tough, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't know why they did that. But T-Mac is still really good. Obviously, he's 6'8" and can play the 2. That's kind of why he's ranked so high, is because he has a good jumper that's easy to time. He still has some really great defense. He is a really good card that can still shoot it amazingly well. Like, he's just a damn good card that I think a lot of people are going to have some fun with. Next up is Paul George and Lamar Odom. Like, I should really group these cards together, PG and Lamar. I was looking at them, and they're virtually the same. Like, they're virtually the same card. There's really not too much of a difference between them. Actually, I think Lamar Odom's better stats-wise, which is kind of crazy. But they both have that Paul George jump on the normal timing. They both have the PG, dribble style, which is pretty solid. They're good defenders. They're both, well, 1'6'9", 1'6'10". Lamar's only a little bit taller, but they're still just really good cards out there that can kind of just do a little bit of everything, but just aren't super cheesy. The Dark Matter LeBron is essentially just the Pink Diamond LeBron with a little bit juicier stats. And the thing that made me switch it is that the Dark Matter LeBron has the jumper on quick, which obviously is just a huge step up, getting a bit of a faster jumper. Just again, I think that dribble style just doesn't help LeBron be super cheesy. He is a really great all-around card. I just think the guys that we got in Demon are just a little bit better, in my opinion. Kevin Durant, I think we all kind of know what KD does. The dude has a shifty dribble style. He's 6'10". He does whatever the hell he wants. He's just a super easy to use card. His defense can be a little bit suspect from time to time just because he's doesn't have the highest of strength. But KD is still a super good card that I think a lot of people like, a lot of people have fun with. So he still goes up here. Jeremy Grant, I think, has jump shot 62 on the quick timing. He got either the quick or the shifty dribble style. And Jeremy Grant is, again, one of those cards that can just do a bit of everything and just feels nice to have on the court. He's a super hard card to get, but when you do get him, he's damn nice. Jason Tatum's up next, and Tatum is just, again, one of those cards who everybody likes to use. Obviously, he was free, which helps people, I guess, want to use him more. Which is always, I guess, a bit of a dub. But jump shot 107 on the quick timing is probably one of the best jumpers that you could possibly use. Honestly, it's so easy to time. And I think for that reason, this Tatum still gets up there. He's probably still the best cone just in the entire game. Like, the guy is just an absolute god. Next up is Pink Diamond Hito Turkoglu. Now with Hito, I'm actually going to double check because I don't remember what his jumper is. I think it's like 111 or something like that. But it got changed from jump shot 11, I think, to jump shot 111, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, jump shot 111 on the quick timing, and this jumper difference is actually crazy. It is so much better than what it was. It still has that shifty dribble style. Now we have a 6'10" small forward, power forward that can dribble around, cheese like crazy, get inside and dunk, still play good defense, and again have an absolutely money jumper. I think people severely are sleeping on how good this Hito Turkoglu card is. Just honestly one of my favorite cards. Next up is Elgin Baylor. He is 6'6", but he can play the 2-guard, and that's why he's ranked as high as he is. This Elgin kind of can just do anything, which I love. Elgin is honestly next level. He's got the Brook Lopez jumper, not Elgin. Brook Lopez jumper on the quick timing, has the quick dribble style as well, which is obviously kind of crazy, and he's just a good card. If you want him as a 2, I don't think you really lack. The dude's got great defense, he's got great shooting, he's dunking everybody, his playmaking is great, just all around a really good card. Next up is Nila Galinari, just a super easy to use card, honestly. He is a 6'10" small forward, power forward that can realistically guard anybody and has his jumper on the quick timing, which is obviously going to be great. The Nila Galinari jumper, it can be slow at times and baited, but it's super easy to time. He's got that quick dribble style as well. He's again, a super damn solid card. Next up is Kazzy Russell. He has jump shot 3 on the quick timing and the quick dribble style. It's one of the best jumpers you'll possibly use in the game. It is so easy to time. It is so easy to just get off and get open with. Kazzy is still, in my opinion, one of the best just 2 guards you can run. The guy is an absolute god. And then we can finish it off with the Demons tier. We have Terry, the dentist, who's out here just absolutely cooking people up. Rudy Gay jumper on the quick timing and the quick dribble style. Nice 6'8" 2-guard. Terry just has different defense. Like, he plays so much better defense than you would think he would, which is awesome for a card you can have on your squad, obviously. And just, yeah, it sucks that he costs so much to lock in, but he's a great card. Next up is Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen is got his jumper on the quick timing, and it actually is diffy. Jump shot 30 on the quick is crazy, and there's, with this Kawhi up here and Scottie Pippen, I don't think there's cards with better defense. These guys are absolutely locked down. They're money. They're great. Scottie, probably my favorite fast break card in the game. It's great that he can play the 2 at 6'8". Just super nice. RJ Barrett, 6'6". He can play the 2-guard as well. He has that Rudy. Basically, RJ Barrett is Terry, just 2 inches shorter, and plays for the Knicks. Like, that's really the only thing different. They're just reskinned versions of each other, and he's a budget version of them. If you want to have a Terry, but just a little bit different, pick up RJ Barrett, and you honestly won't notice too big of a difference. Kwan Leonard, basically Ray Allen with the best defense you could possibly have in the game is this Kwan Leonard, and it's crazy good. I mean, that's really all that she wrote. Next one is probably a controversial take, and that's Evan Turner. But I put Evan Turner up here just because I want people to know that I think he's a top PG in the game right now. If you take this Evan Turner, because he's got jump shot 22 on quick, great jumper, by the way, really, really good jumper. That's why everybody loves Ben Gordon. He has a shifty dribble style, which is awesome, and he's got some great dunking, animations. He has great defense, and he's a 6'7" PG with a 6'8" wingspan. If you take this Evan Turner, go ahead and give him posterizer, give him like a blinders, give him a brick wall and maybe an intimidator, or get rid of the blinders and give him brick wall, rim protector, intimidator, and posterizer. He becomes one of the best PGs in the game, in my opinion, especially if you give him a good coach boost. You can grit and grind. He's got a 95 shot 3. As a small forward, I think he's probably like Baby Demon. But as a point guard, I think he's one of the best in the game. Like, he's actually crazy because of how tall he is. So don't sleep on him. Evan Turner is beautiful. Next is Cincinnati's Powell, the card that you get for going 12-0. I was planned when I was on my spring break this week to go ahead and try to go up and get Powell. And then I ended up getting, sick with the you-know-what. So that's why I didn't end up getting Powell, but I was going to try. But he's a 6'7" guy with a 6'10" wingspan, the X-him jumper on quick, shifty dribble style. He has Zach LaVine and Kyrie Irving dribble moves, the long athlete layup package, some of the most juiced defensive tendencies you'll ever see, and some of the best Hall of Fame badges in the entire game. He's honestly one of the best cards in the game. Next up is Chris Mullin and Cedric Maxwell. These two are tied, in my opinion, for the best shooting guard in the game. Chris Mullin has jump shot 22 on very quick, has the, I think, quick dribble style, some of the best dribbling moves in the game. There's nothing that Mullin can't do and do at a high level. He's either 1 or 2 in your, top 10 shooting guards. And whoever's right behind him are shooting guard small forwards. And whoever is right behind him or in front of him is Cedric Maxwell. These guys are 1 or 2 in your list. That's just how it has to be. Cedric Maxwell is jump shot 3 on very quick and is my pick for the best shooting guard in the game. He also has a really good dribble style. I'm double checking what it is right now because I don't know if it's quick or shifty. It is quick. Has the Wiggins behind the back, long athlete layup package, again, juiced up defensive tendencies to holy hell. Great all-around defense, like some of the best. His playmaking is crazy. His shooting is great. His finishing is awesome. I would add a Deadeye and a Chef onto him just to make sure that he's godly, but Cedric is so insanely good because jump shot 3 is crazy, and I think he's the fastest jumper in the game right now. Cedric Maxwell is a god. Cam Reddish is Paul George that can play the shooting guard position with his jumper on quick and the quick dribble style. Cam Reddish might be my favorite 2 guard in the game if it weren't for this Anthony Davis. Now, Anthony Davis obviously is a small forward primary position, but AD is now a staple onto my team. I'm running him as my small forward, 6'10" with a 7'2" wingspan. His defense is crazy. He's guarding everybody on the perimeter. When you get inside, he's a center, so he's going to be crazy inside. They gave him Hall of Fame quick first step and some good playmaking badges. His shooting is great. You got to give him a Deadeye and limitless spot up, which I have done, and it makes him insanely good. I also gave him on an Unpluckable so I can dribble a little bit. He's going to dunk over everybody. His jumper on quick is insanely good. The only thing that sucks is he has the fundamental dribble style, but who cares when he's locking everything down. He's basically my just 3-and-D cone, and I absolutely love him for it. With that George Karl grit and grind like coach boost, he is probably one of the best cards in the game. Absolutely love him. And last but not least is again one of the best cards in the game, and Alex English. Alex English is what Carmelo Anthony will probably be when he gets his dark matter. 6'7", 6'10" wingspan, can play the 2, mellow jumper on quick, shifty dribble style, D-Rose combo, Scottie behind the back, some of the greatest dunking, 98s in pass interception, on-ball steal, contest shot, and block shot tendency, and has 5 in the others. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Alex English. So, let me know what you guys think about these cards down in the comment section below and what you think of my list. Hit the like button down below. I know this one's a little bit longer than normal, but I did what I could to be quick. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I need to go blow my nose, and I'll see you all in the next video.